Peaches. Did you get skunked last night? I feel like we're gonna have to do a story time today. Last night was so repulsive and disgusting and scary. You want me to tell the story? Okay, last night, 9:20 p.m. I'm upstairs, I'm in the office, I'm working. I hear her charging up the stairs. I look up from my iPad and we've got a crying, barking Peaches with one eye shut, charging at me. Anytime I see my dog with her eyes shut, at this point now, my body goes into full panic mode because she has fucked up her eyes so many times. Always scratching her cornea, always getting into bushes, always getting shit into her eyes, and that leads to weeks spent in a cone, eye drops, eye ointment, just things that are so hard to put in your dog's eye. So I'm preparing for that, and then suddenly a gust of wind hits and I smell the putrid smell of supposedly skunk. It smells like a mixture of definitely gasoline. I thought she was on fire, burning flesh, burning hair, a hint of Sharpie, like permanent marker, and farts. All of those combined. So I breathe in that mixture of smells. You know how when you were younger and you would like smell Sharpies in 3rd grade? I don't know, is that just like a thing that, I don't know. Anyways, we don't need to talk about that, but you know when you like smell a Sharpie and it goes straight to your brain? That's how strong it was. So I turn into the Hulk. I'm shouting at the top of my lungs, like Hulk. I'm running down the stairs. At this point, Phineas caught wind of the smell. So he's outside in the backyard and you see him like smelling on the camera footage, and then you see him hearing his name. So he runs into the house and we're freaking out. We don't know what it is. We think it's chemicals. So we like throw Peaches into the shower and we're trying to rinse her off. We check the cameras, of course. It's very clearly a skunk situation. You can at one point see the little skunk walking past, and then of course Peaches had to investigate and immediately gets sprayed right in the face, right in the eye. The thing that people don't tell you about your dog getting skunked is that you get skunked and your house gets skunked. We've been breathing in skunk for the last 16 hours. The couch was Peaches' worst victim because when she has itchy eyes, she, you know, rubs herself on things because she can't do it herself. So the couch, gone. Is there anything you want to say? No? Oh. Yep. Oh, please don't. Please don't. Please, Peaches. That's been our day and our night. Listen, I feel like it's gotta happen to everyone once, at least, right? That's what I'm telling myself. When we initially washed Peaches with our at-home solution, we were warned that it can bleach your clothing because of the hydrogen peroxide and stuff. So all of the footage of us washing Peaches, I'm in my underwear because I refused to bleach my jeans, and then I accidentally bleached Phineas's Yeezys. He yelled at me, so then I hosed him off, and then he yelled at me again because he's wearing them and his feet were soaking wet. Yeah, please enjoy all this footage of us washing Peaches a million times. Poor girl was so cold because we felt like we should do the initial washing outside, and then we eventually brought her inside and gave her like a proper warm bath. The best thing about this experience is that once we realized it was a skunk, we were laughing the entire way through. Here we are in a stinky house, in a stinky world, stinky girl, stinky boy, stinky dog. And it's fine. In other news, I have been preparing for tomorrow. I have a little shoot happening with Herbivore. We're having a little photo shoot in the backyard. Everyone's getting PCR COVID tested, obviously outdoors with masks and stuff. Just to make life easier, I brought down my little clothing rack and I started planning out some outfits. You guys remember this top? I really want to wear this with like maybe a silky skirt. The best part about all of this is that they were like, we'd love to have Peaches a part of it, get some photographs with Peaches, and I hope they don't mind a stinky girl.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all,
so much fun. It was so great to see new faces and old faces, and everyone was just so sweet. I can't wait for you guys to see these photos, and I just feel so lucky we got to do this. I finally finished painting my office last week. That hurt my neck and shoulders really bad. I was sore the next day, but we are done now and it looks so good. Hello. Hello, beautiful finished wall. Hello, beautiful, subtle, very light taupey beige wall color. I love how much the window pops out now because everything used to be white and now the window's having its own little moment. We also hung these frames, really thin, dark brown, wooden framed frames. What? I've got some black and white photos that are on their way. They're super cute, so we're going to obviously replace the same stock footage. These organizers are from the Container Store. They're called stackers, and these are the largest size. I've got two stacked on top of each other. These two have my gold earrings, necklaces, and then this one is silver. And yeah, it might not look the most like stylized and chic and stuff, but wow, has it been super convenient just being able to pull from here. We had quite the morning. Our house got flooded. Yeah, we had a toilet burst because of the water pressure. I guess our regulator is broken, and so the city was switching up their water pressure for whatever reason, and our house couldn't handle it, and one of our toilets busted open, like the top portion, water spraying everywhere. Must have happened early in the night because our entire kitchen was flooded. Phineas's entire studio was raining through the walls, through the ceiling. All of his gear is soaking wet. It was actually such a sad morning, and I feel so bad for him. The show must go on. Right now I'm filming a reel because I've been asked to make a reel on Instagram, and I'm still new to like short form content in terms of like reels and TikToks and IGTVs. I love having any reason or excuse to whip out the paper backdrop. So I have a concept. I don't know how I'm gonna execute it, but I want to do sort of like a digital, like I'm sifting through my digital closet. I think I'm going to film like my hand on a green sheet of paper if I need to use that, or a mouse clicker. This is a reel for Fabletics, and the last thing I want to do is just like pose in outfits. Like I want to add a little something to it, you know. Here's my next setup, very professional. Choose your fighter.
Choose your fighter.
Choose your fighter.
Choose your fighter.
I can't do that. That's too scary. My reel is ready. I did not have to go this hard. It turned out really good. Okay. Let me show you guys what it looks like on Final Cut Pro. It was actually quite a lot of edits, and let me know if you guys are like intrigued by this sort of stuff, because I don't really ever show behind the scenes. Ignore the incredibly dirty screen. It's inevitable. Like I clean it all the time and it always has fingerprints all over it. But these are the edits. I found this is like the background, all of the little beeps and sounds, the text titles, everything sliding in. We've got the green screen, and then this top layer, which I turned off right now. If you can see that, it is a 4x5 frame, so I know what it will look like on my feed when I crop it. Story time, round 2. Luckily it wasn't sewage water, it was just clean, clear water going through. Hulk 2.0, shouting Phineas's name, telling him to come down. He figures out how to turn off the toilet, some valve or something. We start mopping it up with towels, and Phineas is like, oh, I better check if my studio's fine, because his studio's right underneath. This is when it just gets really sad, but he rushed upstairs and he was like, my entire studio is flooded. Our hearts sank because he has so much equipment down there, and amps, microphones, vintage instruments, like really expensive thousands of dollars worth of equipment and gear. I just feel really bad for him because it's going to take 5 days for them to completely dry out the space with like heaters and fans, and they're kind of starting that right now. We had a plumber come and check it out. Everything is soundproofed. The walls are like a foot thick and it's all felt and material, and all of that is just being gutted. They just ripped out the flooring. I wish I could replace our rooms and have it be my office that happened to, because there are way more things that I can let go of than he can in there. Well, oh, this is very creepy. Oh, TV's coming back on. I think our solar batteries keep trying to kick in because, oh, now the TV's on.
Cute, Claudia.
A naked boy. This lighting is
so good.
Why is this the day that will never end? My boyfriend's a baby and he didn't want to sleep in a house with no power. I was feeling really nostalgic, lighting candles and using flashlights. I thought it was pretty cute. I showered in the dark. I said it. I did it. I did do it. I did. Did he shower? No, he didn't. He's a stinky boy. He's toilet water all over himself. And now he's big spooning me. What did you say for yourself? I'm just kidding. You had such a bad day, so...
I had not a good day. Thanks for being so helpful, though. Thanks for helping me take all this valuables out of my studio and stuff.
Yeah. So we're in Phineas's childhood bedroom. We had a nice little family hangout in here. It felt like a little team meeting, right? Doesn't it always feel like a soccer little meeting? Like all that it was missing was like some tangerines and like some Capri Sun packets.
Vegan string cheese.
Yeah, exactly.
I slept in this bed from the time I was like 4 until the time I was like 21.
You were still sleeping in this bed when we met.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
And then you had your own place, and I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
You're like, wow, I'm dating a woman.
Well, because I'd toured so much for the 2 years before we met that I like the idea of moving out when I was home was like stupid.
You had no
I'm
reason
never home.
to. Yeah, exactly.
I have my own hotel room.
But Peach is in the crate right here.
Mm-hmm.
The reason we're putting her in a crate is because last time we slept in this bed, we just let her sleep in this bed with us, and this bed is not big enough for the 3 of us.
It's a full.
And yeah, but it's like, because it's against a wall, and there's also a weighted blanket on here too, and I'm really claustrophobic, and Peaches is 50 pounds, but she's somehow 80 pounds at nighttime, and she likes to sleep in the center, and she doesn't sleep with the grain, she sleeps against the grain. She sleeps this way on top of us, and it's her biggest flaw. So yeah, now she's in the crate on the floor.
I'm so excited to cuddle.
This has been the worst April Fools.
Or maybe the best.
April Fools really fooled us today.
April Fools made fools of us.
Made fools of us today. That's so true.
Today I was April's fool.
I feel like we just have to make this statement, this disclaimer. Today we have been yelled at.
By all 4 of our parents.
By all 4 of our parents. We have been yelled at for walking down into your flooded studio today with no...
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. Way too far into the game. Way too late. I had a moment to myself while I was switching off one of the power strips.
When I was
like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was like unplugging stuff as we went because we were bringing stuff out, but like, I don't know, something about seeing that one power strip with like 10 cords plugged in and seeing that little red light still and switching it off, I was like, wait a second, can't we like really get electrocuted here?
It was so crazy.
And the fact that we did not is such a blessing. I am so grateful that we did not get electrocuted today, because I have heard very many stories about people passing away like that. Anyway, so that's honestly the biggest takeaway of today, is just we are so lucky that nothing happened there. If anyone here is watching, if you ever have a room or your house ever gets flooded, just honestly don't do that. Don't put on rubber shoes. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to wear rubber shoes if you have to go in there to like save a thing, or I don't know. Anyways, don't do it barefoot, and like honestly just like don't even really do it, because you don't know what's plugged in.
I would recommend not having your studio flood. And
your studio has the largest amount of outlets and cords I've ever seen in one sitting room. I just can't believe that we were fine. So, anyways, final thoughts.
I love you.
I love you too.
I'm sleepy.
I'm sleepy too. Good night.